This is a movie with chainsaw-wielding middle schoolers and a cheerleader that shoots rockets from her crotch. But the weirdest thing isn't that this movie exists. It's that I kind of had fun watching it. Welcome to Creepin' It Real. Thanks for joining me. I am Judah. We're talking about 2016 Bloody Chainsaw Girl. This sits in the subgenre of splatter punk. Before you watch movies like this, you really have to understand what it is you're getting into. They aren't trying to be good in the traditional sense. It definitely is going after a very specific audience, and you need to know, are you someone from that audience? And I'm definitely going to be looking at it from that perspective, and this is not everybody's cup of tea. So if you're ready, let's talk about this insanity. This features our heroine named Giko. She just wants to get to school. This has nothing to do about saving the world or fighting evil. She simply wants to get to school and take a makeup test so she can graduate. And you know what? Her family business is demo, destruction, taking down old buildings. It only makes sense that she carries a chainsaw around with her. On her way to school, she runs into cyborg zombies. Or, I don't know, mutant cyborgs? It doesn't matter. The fact is, we got people out there that want to stop her from taking that makeup test. This movie knows exactly what it is, and it's not trying to be anything else. It knows its audience, and it's going straight for it. It's stupid, it's over the top, and there is blood and violence everywhere. It does get a little concerning, be it that these are supposed to be middle schoolers, and granted, they all look like they're in their 20s, but the whole idea that middle schoolers are engaged in these activities is quite weird in of itself, not to mention all the underwear shots that you're going to see in this film. What works best for me is the simple motivations behind every character in this film. As I mentioned, Giko just wants to get to school to take this makeup test so she can graduate. When she gets there, the school is in disarray because it's been taken over by cyborg mutants. But we have a teacher that has locked himself inside the teacher's lounge just to keep himself safe. So even though there are crazed mutant cyborgs out there, he still comes and clocks in just so he can get that paycheck. He gives Giko her test, but still there are people out there who want to stop her. This is where we run into the cyborg ninjas. Once again, the motivation is simple. We have a school club, the Ninja Club, that is looked down upon by every other club in the school. Well, they're tired of it, so they go to our villainess, her name is Nero, who are turning people into cyborgs. The Ninja Club goes to Nero, and they're like, hey, we are tired of being picked on. Make us cyborgs. Every ninja's dream. Giko fights these school ninjas just so she can take this test. She dispenses of two of these ninjas quickly, and the third one, she plunges the chainsaw straight through their chest. Giko leaves this ninja to what you can only assume is his death, but this is an Asian film, and you know what? You can take a massive chainsaw to the chest and somehow walk it off. This ninja survives. I'm assuming that when she plunged that chainsaw through his chest, she missed all the vital organs. Later on, this ninja shows up and saves Giko from Nero. The motivation that is so simple and hilarious comes into play. He doesn't save her because he has transformed. It's because to have a club in the school, you have to have at least 3 students for that club to be official. Well, Giko killed 2 of the students that were in the club, so now it cannot be an official club. Why does this ninja come? Not to save her, not because of inner transformation, because he wants to recruit her to the ninja club so that it can continue. That is the absurdity and the seriousness that they treat these motivations. And I gotta tell you, I loved it. It made me laugh so much, the seriousness that they treat all these mundane issues with. Now, when the reveal comes as to why Nero hates Giko, It's absurd. Giko doesn't even remember, but slowly it comes back to her. In the end, Giko does triumph. She does make some friends. Some of her friends don't make it through completely, but as a keepsake, she picks up an arm or two on her way out as her dad comes to pick her up from work. She jumps in this truck, one of those little mini K trucks, which is great. She throws her chainsaw on the back of this truck. She gets in. She's holding an arm of her newly made friend that is now deceased, and her dad reacts with zero concern. It is hilarious. Objectively, this movie is horrendous, and it should rightfully get 3 out of 10 or lower. But I truly did enjoy this movie. And yes, I fully agree that anybody who watches this movie should honestly think, what the hell is wrong with Judah? You're right. I don't know. I don't know who would sit down and set out to create a movie like this. And I have no idea, even being who I am, I have no idea who would sit down to watch this movie and recommend it to somebody else. This definitely has a lot of good practical effects, but it also has some of the worst CG I have ever seen. And it feels like it's almost on purpose. If you're into this kind of thing, I would give it a recommend. On the enjoyment level, I would give this a 6 out of 10. But fully for the story, the acting, the CG, this is objectively a 3 out of 10. So unless you are really into this kind of weird splatterpunk stuff, do not rush out to go see it. Take my word for it. But if you are, something along the lines of Dead Sushi, which we also reviewed on here, if you are a fan of the splatterpunk genre, I'd love to hear what is your favorite movie. Leave those in the comments below. If you made it through this review, or if you've made it through any splatterpunk movie, you are a champion. You get a gold star. Please like, subscribe, and share. I'm Judah. This has been Creepin' It Real. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.